barbershop conversation, guys. Hit the subscribe button. I'm going to start this video by saying you don't fight a Warriors boxing fighter in Minneapolis. I repeat, I told you guys during COVID, I explained it to you, the connections to the man who owns the arena to Warriors boxing. You don't fight a Warriors boxing fighter in Minneapolis. Now, I will say overall it was a good card. Lubin looked sharp. I didn't watch the first fight. Lubin looked sharp, looked spectacular. Adame, J-Rock. I thought it was like a 2-point fight somewhere in there. Obviously, with Adame gaining the momentum, I definitely would have liked to see the fight continue. Because even if J-Rock gets knocked down, he knows how to survive and get to the corner. And let's see where it goes from there. Be honest with you, that's kind of that was kind of my thoughts as it pertains to that. I don't know what happens for J-Rock, but as J-Rock says, inactivity is a career killer, man. I don't know what Jamal Charlo's next. That's all I'm gonna say. Jamal Charlo is next, man, and it's just awful, man. It's just awful because the people that started PBC are now getting auctioned off to Warriors boxing and Samson boxing, and it's pretty obvious, man. It is what it is, and I'll say this. I was shocked that it was no promotion for. Well, I missed the first fight, so I don't know if it was or wasn't promotion for the first fight. I did see at the end, they said July 29th, Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford. But I thought maybe they would have beamed one of them in. I was very interested to see Brian Custer talk to one of them, or maybe like a 2-minute trailer or something like that. Some type of additional shoulder programming, something. And then something came up, which you guys see in the thumbnail. Showtime is promoting a fight at the same date at the same time as Spence Crawford. And I'm the guy, for once, guys. I'm like, dude, congratulations, Al Haymon, you make the fight. I want the fight. I'm like, if they not all in on this fight, why are they asking the fans and the media to be all in on this fight, dog? It makes no sense. But, it's neither here nor there. I don't know why Errol Spence doesn't have a clear date. It should be nothing on that date. I'll be candidly honest with you. It shouldn't be nothing going on Showtime. It shouldn't be attached to a UFC fight. I just don't know why he doesn't have Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford don't have a clear day. And even on the network, they're going to be simulcasting on Showtime. So why the hell would you buy a pay-per-view if you just a sports fan, right? I'm not talking to the boxing fans. If you a sports fan, let's say if you're a fight fan, why would you pay $100 with tax and everything? You round up, it's about $100. When you're going to have pay-per-view for UFC and Bellator is on the same day on the same network. Y'all got to make that make sense. I mean, Steven Espinoza is the genius, right? Al Haymon is the genius. Why don't they have a clear date? Every big event has their own date. This is the biggest fight I've been a part of. I'm talking about competitively since Floyd Cotto. But it wasn't as big as this. This is a mega fight, dog. And I'm excited for these men, man. I'm excited for boxing. And I'm not saying this sarcastically or, the opposite way. Devil's advocate, I'm about to say advocacy. No, definitely not that. But I don't know why on their own network they're competing against another fight. Don't make any sense, Steven Espinoza. Why would you do this, Steven Espinoza? Explain that to me. At the same time, too. I would have thought the goal was 1.5 million, right? I was hoping 1.5 million because you're going to get every boxing fan, and they need some type of shoulder programming. But, what do I know? I'm Bobo the Fool. Like, what do I know? Like, I don't plan Kennedy's and Lincoln's training at the same time. I don't. Kennedy has her basketball practice, and then we go to Lincoln's basketball practice. You know why? Because I don't want to split mommy and daddy up. If I'm in control, which you are in control of your network, right? If I'm in control, I advocate for you get what I'm saying? So I'm disappointed. And this ain't no shot at Al Haymon or Showtime. I'm just disappointed that you would even think to do something like that when the man's been carrying your network. Y'all showed y'all how much y'all love Earl Spence. They showed you how much they believe in Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford. But I'm going to be the hater. How about if you planned an event around your son's or daughter's high school graduation or college graduation? This is basically what this is. This is what they say in Frozen. This is Coronation Day. And you want me not to disrespect the fight? You asking me not to disrespect the fight, which I haven't. I'm all in on this fight. I'm telling everybody I can tell, because I'm around about 100 basketball people a day. I always say, who you got? Spence or Crawford. I don't say, are you watching it? I just want them engaged in the fight. I do my part. I don't do as many videos because I'm all in on basketball now for the most part, and I just get on here to agitate most times. But this fat is like, shit. Why should I pay for the fight when I can watch Bellator for free? I can watch Bellator for free and stream Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford. I was going to have 30, 40 people at my house, filet mignon, get a band. I ain't lying. If I could spend $10,000 on Earl Spence, Sean Porter, and get over 300 fight fans there, shit, I can afford $10,000 to feed people for 30 or 40 people. I was going to get some ribeyes and some filet mignons, and Dre was going to make the mac and cheese, and I was going to get a chef, I'm hosting a party. I was going to cook the filet mignons, but I was going to get a chef, and we was going to get 30, 40 people. We was going to do what we did. But if Showtime is not 100% invested, why the hell should I be? Fuck it. I'm like, fuck it now. I ain't lying. I'm like, dude, why should I love the fight more than you? So it is what it is, man. I was sitting on my couch in my mansion and I said, I can't believe this. But I know y'all gonna think I'm hating. I'm not hating. I'm all in on this fight. I tell everybody to ask. If you guys been in the gym with me, that's all I say. Not all I say. It's a lot about basketball because the NBA draft just happened, and free agency, and Lincoln is doing great. Lincoln is most times one of the best 8-year-olds in the gym. And all the parents come up to me like, hey, your son is good. Your son is that. And we start having conversations about their kid. And they have great kids as well. We just talk basketball, and I'm coaching high school basketball. So I'm watching a lot of high school basketball, and I'm in a lot of gyms. And I ask, if the conversation goes longer than 2 or 3, 4 questions, I say, by any chance, who you got, Spence or Crawford? Some people say, oh, I didn't know they were fighting. And some people say, who's that? But 50% of them say, I got Spence or I got Crawford. Keep it a buck. I'm not against this fight, but Showtime is. Showtime is fighting against their vested interests. If you got 2 kids, right, and you can control the equation, would you have them do it at the same day, at the same time? So that means they got to allocate a promotional budget to Bellator and a promotional budget to Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford. I don't get it, man. The Super Bowl has its own day. Floyd Mayweather has his own day. Canelo doesn't have. I remember. Well, I'm gonna omit the UFC because that man Dana White loves competing, and I remember he competed against Kovalev. So I just think it's just weird that the OWN network, and this is gonna they got to answer to this. Why would you schedule? Anyhow, so anyways, Showtime will promote this fight. They're going to promote both. So you going to watch both at the same time? No, people just not going to spend $100. You know, and it don't make sense to me, dog. It really, really don't, man. But it does make sense because you see J Rock goes to Minneapolis and loses to a Warrior boxing fighter. Mikhail Fox from the Baltimore, from the DC, that whole area, he loses when he won 10 rounds to 2. It just keeps on coming, but we keep on falling for the okie doke. And like I said, I'm going to be the only one right in this situation. You know, Canelo's only taking his fans over to PBC. He's only taking his fans, and he's just going to monetize his fans. And it's just a network, you know, and it looks good. The optics looks good. It looks amazing. But at the end of the day, the losers will still be your favorite PBC fighter if you're not fighting Canelo. It's so sad that Jamal Charlo, 27-month layoff, is going to fight Canelo. And y'all deem that shit acceptable. Because the reason why is because he's supposed to save y'all. He's supposed to protect his black fighters. He's not protecting his black fighters. A percentage of Errol Spence pay-per-views will be cut. 1, because Dana White loves competing. And 2, his own network, Showtime, is against Errol Spence. And Al Haymon puts Jamal Charlo in the ring 27 months. Anyways, y'all go ahead and have a beautiful day, man. I'm going to go clean my chandelier, man. Anyways, man, y'all have a great day, man. But I don't understand why riddle me this, Stephen Espinoza. You're the expert. Riddle me this. Why didn't you put the whole entire promotional budget in the Crawford and Spence for July 29th? Why did you schedule this? What's the next weekend? August 4th, August 5th, somewhere in there? 29, 30, 31, 5 days later. August 5th. Why couldn't you put it on August 5th? I'm just asking. Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford deserves my full attention, deserves your full attention. And just as important, if not more important, it deserves the attention of 100% of the promotional budget and the promotional attention of Showtime. But I'm the crazy one. I know I'm crazy. I'm going to stay crazy. Peace, y'all.